The Wire Season 2, alongside Season 5, is one of the most controversial seasons of the show, and for good reason, as it changes focus from the streets to dock workers, which for many is a stark contrast to the first season and annoyed some of the show's viewers. Now, of course, it's nowhere near as bad as people think, however, I don't think it's incredible either. First off, the positives. Frank Zabaka, who is one of the show's best characters. He's a very morally grey character, however, he does have good intentions. Despite smuggling drugs and prostitutes, he does it in order to get enough money to survive.
What the trouble is, Brucey? We used to make shit in this country, build shit. Now we just put our hand in the next guy's pocket.
And his fight for his workers throughout the season is well done, and the acting from Chris Boyer is just simply incredible, and it's a fantastic tragedy, with Frank being a great addition to the cast and his death being quite heartbreaking. Next is the great individual scenes, sprinkled throughout this. Like this one in which Ziggy, Frank's son, kills Double G, aka the Greek, due to doubting him and not allowing him or giving him the original sum up money, in which we get a great shot of Ziggy realising just what he has done and that his time as a free man has expired. Then there is of course D'Angelo's death. D'Angelo being part of one of the season 1's best storylines, which featured the great scenes like Wallace's death and the iconic Where's Wallace.
Alright, you stupid motherfucker. You made the decision.
Yeah, I made my decision. Where's Wallace at? Where the fuck is Wallace? Where's Wallace, String? String! Where the fuck is Wallace? Huh? Stringer!
And eventually, in a very tragic manner, D'Angelo is killed by a hitman sent by Stringer Bell, in which it's made to look like suicide, all the while D'Angelo thinks that it was his uncle, Avon, who set it up. And of course, the court scene with Omar, in an iconic scene in which he essentially destroys Levy, the lawyer, by relating what he does, being a person who kills drug dealers for money, with what Levy does, which is completely shocks and angers Levy in a classic scene.
You are a parasite who leeches off
just like you,
the
man.
culture of drugs. Excuse me? What?
I got the shotgun. You got the briefcase. It's on the game, though, right?
Now, the negatives. The show is regarded by many people as boring, which I don't agree with per se, but I will say it's very, very slow, which is kind of to its detriment, as despite all the fantastic layered writing, great performances, it is still very slow, especially those first few episodes, are not easy to get through, even on a rewatch.
Happened last go round.
Yeah, I thought about that too. Looking down that list of names on the Southeastern roster, I'm saying to myself, why take a man who already burned you once?
As it feels like it's kind of lingering and trying to figure itself out, which is fine. However, the jarring shift between seasons is evident, and this slow pace is something that many great films, critically acclaimed films, have done in the past. For example, the film Eyes Wide Shut by Stanley Kubrick is regarded as one of Stanley Kubrick's most layered and greatest films. However, even diehard lovers of the film have admitted they do find the slow burn nature of it very challenging for a large part of the film, even despite the rest of the film being great. Despite that though, it's an important necessary season which links storylines together really nicely down the line. However, a lot of them you do have to wait for the show's final season, which that in itself is another mixed bag of quality. So overall, it's a mixed bag, but mostly great season that tried something different, some of it working, some of it not really working. But overall, it fits into The Wire as a show really, really well.